Good afternoon, everyone. It's such an honor to be here with all of you today, and I want to talk about something that each of us should be deeply invested in: designing your future. When we talk about designing our future, I don't mean just dreaming up some abstract ideal of success. I mean building a real, actionable plan that is centered around where you want to go, not just what you want to do in the next few months, but where you see yourself 10, 20, 30 years down the road. We are living in an age where the future is more unpredictable than ever, and yet despite this uncertainty, we have an incredible power, the ability to design and shape the future we want. This isn't about hoping that things will just fall into place. It's about creating a clear vision, setting intentional goals, and developing a concrete action plan to bring those goals to life. Let's start with something fundamental: vision. You see, a vision is not just a lofty idea or a wish. A vision is the image of what you want to create, a clear picture of the person you want to become or the career you want to have. Vision is the North Star that will guide you on your journey. Without vision, we're like a ship with no compass, floating aimlessly. But with a vision, we can move with intention, with purpose. So the first question I want to ask you today is, what does your future look like? Now, I know that sounds like a simple question, but it's one that requires reflection. What kind of career do you want? What kind of person do you want to become? What does success look like for you in 10, 20, or 30 years? Take a moment to close your eyes and visualize it. See yourself in that future. What do you feel? What are you doing? What are the challenges you've overcome? Who are you helping? What impact are you making? That vision is the foundation of your future. It gives you something to aim for. But here's the thing: a vision without action is just a dream. That's why the next crucial step in designing your future is creating goals. A goal is simply a milestone on the way to achieving your vision. And the best part about goals is that they give us a roadmap for getting from where we are now to where we want to be. But setting goals is an art. Too many people set vague goals like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be happy." While these are worthy desires, they don't give you the concrete steps needed to reach them. So what we need to do is break those big ideas into specific, actionable goals. Start by thinking about your long-term goals. Where do you want to be in 5, 10, or 20 years? These are your big dreams. But here's the trick: even the biggest dreams are achievable when you break them down into smaller, short-term goals. Think of these as the stepping stones that will get you closer to your big vision. Here's a simple framework that I use when setting goals: long-term goals. These are the big dreams, the things that you want to accomplish in the next 5 to 20 years. Maybe it's becoming a leader in your field, starting your own business, or earning an advanced degree. These long-term goals give you a sense of direction and purpose. Medium-term goals: these are the milestones that will help you make significant progress toward your long-term goals. They typically fall in the range of 1 to 5 years. This could be landing a certain role, mastering a skill, or building a network that will support your future ambitions. Short-term goals: these are the day-to-day and month-to-month goals that keep you on track. They may involve taking a course, meeting with mentors, or working on a project that aligns with your bigger goals. These short-term goals build momentum and ensure that you're consistently making progress. Now here's the crucial part: mapping out your journey. You might have heard the term reverse engineering, but it's something I want to emphasize when it comes to goal setting. Start with the long-term goal and then ask yourself, what's the next logical step I need to take to get there? Once you've identified that step, ask again, what's the next step after that? By working backward from your vision, you'll be able to see how all the pieces fit together. It's like putting together a puzzle. You don't focus on the finished picture right away. Instead, you start with the edges, and then you work inward piece by piece. But I want you to remember something important here: success isn't linear. There will be bumps along the way. You will encounter setbacks, obstacles, and challenges. That's part of the process. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world faced more failure than most people will ever know. But it's how you respond to those setbacks that will determine whether or not you reach your goals. So what do you do when you hit those obstacles? You pivot, you learn, and you keep going. This is where resilience comes in. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about bouncing back stronger each time. Next, I want to talk about accountability. One of the most powerful ways to stay on track is to share your goals with others. When you tell someone about your vision and your goals, it creates a level of accountability that helps you stay committed. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or even a group of people, having someone to check in with can be incredibly motivating. You don't have to go it alone. In fact, the most successful people often have a team of supporters around them. Finally, let's talk about adaptability. The world is constantly changing. We can make all the plans we want, but life will throw curveballs. That's why it's important to remain flexible and willing to adapt when necessary. Stay focused on the end goal, but be open to changing how you get there. The path to success isn't always straight, and that's okay. So as we wrap up today, I want you to leave with a sense of empowerment. You have the power to design your future. The question isn't what will happen to me. The question is, what will I create? Start with a clear vision. Break that vision down into actionable goals. Stay committed, stay flexible, and most importantly, never stop dreaming. Because your future, it's waiting for you to design it. Thank you.